What's going on, you guys? This is New York Adventure 1994 here, and today is Monday, January 29th, 2024, and I am talking about another anniversary of another blizzard bomb cyclone that we had in this area. It also happened in January again. So I'm talking about the anniversary of another blizzard bomb cyclone that happened in the month of January, and this storm has happened 4 years after Winter Storm Grayson, which was our 2018 bomb cyclone blizzard. But I'm talking about our January 2022 blizzard, the bomb cyclone that hit the Northeast, which made a nor'easter. So without further ado, let's get started. So this storm has been warned like a week in advance, of course. We were getting warned about like 10 days in advance. Even though the forecast is not spot on like 10 days in advance, but it kept appearing and appearing on the models, and it looked like it was something serious. And then they started forecasting it like 4 days in advance, 4 or 5 days in advance, that we were about to see a nor'easter blizzard. And when I was looking at the weather, like in different places in the Northeast, they were showing snow and dangerous sustained winds of 40 miles an hour. Yeah, 40 miles an hour. Sustained 40 miles an hour. That's like possibly hurricane force when it comes to gusts. Like when the winds are sustained at like 40 miles an hour, that's like showing you that the gust could be somewhere near hurricane force. And it's showing you that it's a really serious storm in that area. So yeah, there was a lot of spots that were showing dangerous winds and a lot of snow. They were forecasting a snowstorm to hit us. And our next winter storm name that year, it was Winter Storm Keenan. You know, Kenan Thompson, Kenan and Kel, like you saw in Good Burger. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? It's that name I think about. Yeah, it's Good Burger I think about when I hear the name Kenan. Like Kenan and Kel. Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell. And then by the time Tuesday rolls around, it's the 25th, and they're saying this thing could go bombogenesis, which means the storm could drop 24 more millibars in 24 hours, making it labeled as a bomb cyclone. And that's exactly what it did. It was a nor'easter blizzard which became a bomb cyclone and delivered a lot of blowing snow and hurricane force winds to the Northeast. And by Thursday, we were doing our final preparations for the blizzard. We were getting our shovels out and everything. And the night before the blizzard came, I was watching the Ranger game against the Minnesota Wild, and they were doing a ceremony of Henrik Lundqvist retiring his number. They were retiring his number, and they chose to do it on the game during when they faced the Wild at the Garden, because Matt Zuccarello went to the Minnesota Wild, and as we all know, Matt Zuccarello and Henrik Lundqvist are best friends, so that's why the Rangers chose to play against the Wild. As I was saying, that's why they chose the ceremony on the night the Rangers are supposed to play the Wild at the Garden, so Matt Zuccarello could see it. And that worked out pretty well. We were originally going to go to it, but we didn't because it already started snowing at like 10 o'clock at night. Our winter storm warning got updated to a blizzard warning, and we were expecting blowing snow and poor visibility and 55-mile-an-hour wind gusts, maybe almost 60. So as I was saying, the reason why the Rangers chose the ceremony of Henrik Lundqvist's number to be retired on the night they played against the Wild was because Matthew Guerrero was on the Wild, and that's Henrik Lundqvist's best friend, so that worked out well. So that's why they chose the night against the Wild to do the ceremony. So yeah, it was 10 o'clock at night when the game was over, and the snow just started sticking everywhere. It wasn't windy yet. It was just the snow coming down, and there was just a lot of snow coming down in the beginning, like in the outer bands of the system, that it was like sticking everywhere, and it was like already getting up to 2 inches. And then I went back in the house, and then I was watching the new Ice Age movie, The Adventures of Buck Wild. It was pretty decent, but it's like a one-and-done Ice Age movie to me, like the 4th film and the 5th film. I prefer the original 3 Ice Age movies and the holiday specials. Like the first 3 Ice Age movies. The original Ice Age The Meltdown, and Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Yeah, I didn't really care much for the 6th movie. And also, almost all the voice actors were absent to voice the characters in the 6th film. It's like they originally weren't going to make an Ice Age 6, but it just got forced out there. Yeah, but I really think Ice Age is finito. Especially because Blue Sky is finished. Yeah, it looked like they didn't want to make any more Ice Age films. Like, I could tell, even because the original voice actors were not in the film. Except for Simon Pegg, who did Buck, I think. So yeah, after that I went to bed, and then I got up at like 6:30 in the morning to film the blizzard, and it was like getting windy out. And the sun was coming up, it was like the crack of dawn, and I already saw the snow blowing around my house. And the wind gusts cranking up. I like film 5 videos of the blizzards. I like film 2 in the morning. Like 2 of them at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then I went back to sleep, and then I filmed 3 more videos of the blizzard. And it was like getting to the peak of the blizzard when I filmed the other videos. The 3rd one, the 4th one, and the 5th one. Yeah, it looked like a foot already came down. There was a lot of snow everywhere, blowing around my house, and 55-mile-an-hour wind gusts. While the Cape and like the eastern northeast, like the east end of New England, they were getting pounded by blowing snow and hurricane-force wind gusts. I was watching Reed Timmer's video, and he was out on the Cape during the bomb cyclone blizzard, and he was like in the middle of 100-mile-an-hour wind gusts. That's like really, really strong. That's category 2 hurricane force gust. Yeah, he was like getting blown like during the blizzard, and the snow was like blowing in his face, and the visibility was poor. It was like Monsters Inc. when Mike and Sully ended up in Nepal in the middle of a blizzard when they got banished. It was that crazy out on the Cape when you have all that blowing snow and hurricane force gusts. And it stopped snowing at like 5 o'clock that night, and we started shoveling that night, and then like we shoveled only a little bit, and then the next morning we got up and we started shoveling the rest of the driveway. And then that night we watched the AFC and NFC Conference Championship of the NFL, which is what I did yesterday. And in 2022, that's when the Bengals and the Rams made it to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I remember jinxing the Chiefs and the 49ers that they were going to meet each other again in the Super Bowl. But my video 2 years ago jinxed them while I was out here in the snow making the video. But we're seeing the Chiefs and 49ers matchup this year, just like back in 2020. And then, after that weekend was over, of staying home during the blizzard, we ended up getting freezing rain the following Friday, the 4th, and it was like really cold out, and I saw a lot of freezing rain coming down. It was like really icy. And then it got really cold through the weekend, and then the following weekend, it was Super Bowl weekend of the Bengals and the Rams. We got like another nor'easter, and we had some snow in this area, like the 3 inches, but it wasn't as serious as the bomb cyclone we dealt with that year. It wasn't really that bad. It was like some winter weather advisory during the Super Bowl. And then that snow went away. And then we got another storm that Friday, the 18th, where we had heavy rain and 65-mile-an-hour wind gusts. It was like a wet and windy night that night. The winds like woke me up at like 5:30 in the morning. The winds were like really roaring, and the rain was coming down in gallons. It was like pouring down rain. And then it was the kicked off the February break. And February 20th, we went over to the cemetery to see my maternal grandparents because it was the 6-month anniversary window of when my grandmother passed. This was like the 6-month anniversary thing, and we did that service at the cemetery for the 6-month thing. So yeah, that was my history of the bomb cyclone blizzard, the January 2022 nor'easter blizzard. It happened on January 29th, 2022 on a Saturday. And the thing about our nor'easters, it's like really rare that it happens on a Saturday. We usually get nor'easters, whether it's rain or snow, mainly during the week. It doesn't always happen on a Saturday. It's like really rare. They mostly happen like during the week, and they end up closing down schools because of it. Yeah, I remember during my years of going to school where we had a nor'easter during the week, and we had a lot of snow coming down, and they closed my school. Yeah, I'm more used to the nor'easters happening during the week than on a Saturday. This was our first Saturday blizzard since 2016. And of course, it has to be around the midterm week. But all the midterms were finished during the 2022 blizzard. And the blizzard got labeled as the January 2022 North American blizzard. So yeah, that was my history of the bomb cyclone blizzard nor'easter of January 2022, and I guess that's it.